Greetings, good day, good evening, good afternoon. Whatever time you may be hearing this, I want to take the time to say a humble salutations to you. Welcome or welcome back to The Healer by yours truly, Keziah. Today's episode of Mindful Mondays is all about the pursuit of happiness. And something, that I just have gotten while sitting in meditation is that, your perfectionism can impede your progress. You feeling the need that things have to be perfect or certain criteria or standards have to be met before you pursue something is false and rooted in anxiety and fear. You have to kind of let go of all of that and be mindful of the fact that that will actually hold you back from getting to where you want to go. Because it's just like, everything that lies within you, truly. I say it all the time. It's in you, never on you. So it's just like, with all of that being said, the only person that really needs to give, if you really need permission, give that to yourself. Like, stand in the mirror today and allow yourself that conversation, that internal, well, not really internal because you're going to be saying it out loud, but that self-dialogue of, hey, you have a lot within you. Let people see it. You can't wait for, a hat to drop or, like I said, things to be perfect because they never are. It's in those failures that you actually win. People love to know that, oh, dang, you got to where you got, and I admire that, but you also went through all of these things, and I also admire that. Like, transparently, I just had the most treacherous, oh my gosh, life-changing 3 weeks. I'm just going to say month, but specifically 3 weeks of my life. I've cried and sobbed in my room. I've danced and just been joyous here in my room. I've done nothing and allowed myself to rot in this bed. And I've been, my most productive self, within this bed and outside of this bed. But just saying all that to say, like, I had to go through all of that to feel empowered in whatever way, for me, because ultimately that's all for me to know. But had to go through all of that to feel empowered enough to continue, and I've never been a quitter. I've always been persistent and relentless in anything that I do. But if you've seen that student panel I was just on, you heard me talk about how God had to break me down. And that was ultimately about asking for help. Like, I'm waiting for somebody to see me struggling and ask me, do I need help? When the reality of that is, I need to be the one to see me struggling and ask for help. And I did that. And gratefully so, a lot of things are panning out for me in a very positive way, but not without that still struggle in the back end. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, nothing easy is worthwhile. Shoot. And if it's easy, then it likely ain't worthwhile. And I'm saying likely because not everything we do in our life is going to come, hard or at a cost. But most things in life that are worth having you do have to strive for, because ultimately it's that strive, that grit. All it is having faith in God. All it is having faith in whatever higher power you believe in, you call to, you draw your inner power and energy from, in order to, continue. And I just think that's a very beautiful thing, because once you have that faith, you're showing that higher power, like, okay, I'm ready for these things that I'm calling in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, man, today is just me realizing it's just a continuation of giving yourself grace, realizing that heavy is the head that does wear the crown, truly. Not everything is going to go the way you want it to go when you want it to go. And that's something I'm also having to realize. There's a lot of things I want to do, some selfishly, some selflessly, but it's me realizing that being selfless, you must first learn how to be selfish. And that's another thing that I've had to be mindful of. Okay, Keziah, you've been giving yourself away to so many things. What are some things that you can safely draw your energy back from to give yourself a little bit more? And when I say safely, I just mean without a detriment to whatever it is that I'm involved in and myself. So it's like, if it's school, okay, you may be able to drop out from school, but are you going through it? Are you going about it the right way? Are you going through the correct processes of, like, communicating with your professors and letting them know, like, hey, I'm going through stuff, I'm going to be out, things like that. Sometimes that's a yes, sometimes that's a no. And it's within those no's that you learn how to go about it, the next time. You don't get anywhere by not bumping your head. Like, that's just life. You have to go through things to learn how to be better and learn how to navigate life and yourself more efficiently and effectively in situations. And doing all of this has genuinely led me to be able to be my happiest and most joyous, most grateful, most authentic self. Like, I don't care what it looks like to anybody else, because if it looks like something crazy, those aren't the people that are for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're uncomfortable around me, you're probably not supposed to be around. And that's just okay. And that's not always something that everybody else can clock. So I have to realize that, sometimes for other people, and make that separation. But it's just about realizing that some of these decisions you have to first become conscious of in order to really make yourself happy, really create, the circumstances and conditions that, you want for yourself. Like, it's just, for an example of that is me realizing that I have a lot of things to say with substance. And with that comes my opinion, or just the facts that I know mattering, holding a little bit more weight, than others, and being taken a little bit more heed to. So this podcast is like an outlet for those people that I need to interact with, but I'm not in a physical, condition to be able to do that. It's realizing that I have to do this often, or I just have to do it. Me personally, I've been realizing I have to do it more, and it's gonna come to a point where it's gonna get, it's just not easier, but it's just gonna feel more natural just like starting any routine habit, like it's difficult. Um, so yeah, people always say, oh, starting new habits is easy. No, like doing the same thing is easy. Starting new habits is hard. Like, because your body wants to do the same thing, your mind wants to do the same thing. Because to you, that's the condition that you created. And if you try to move away from that, initially it's going to come to a shock. But if you know that that's what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to start flowing, and it's just going to become second nature. And I know this podcast is going to turn into that one day. And I'm very excited that today is just another step, towards that. And just like in that journey, it's realizing that where you want to go is not where you are right now. But you can't get so wrapped up in where you want to go that you forget where you are right now. You're not acknowledging it, or you're just not appreciating it. It's fine and it's great to want more, want better, and want to, have those more luxurious conditions. But if you're not even appreciating the box you have, just for lack of better terms, God cannot give you a crate or a bin or a what is the word I'm looking for? It's like it's a dang, I can't think of it. A chest. There we go. If you're not appreciating the box, God, the universe, your whatever higher nature is not going to bless you with a chest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so just sit on that, ruminate on that. Well, don't ruminate. Just think about that. Please don't. But I just know, like, I say everything with love to myself, to you all, to the whole world. And I just hope, you have a great day today. Thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day and a beautiful tomorrow. And I will talk to you all soon. One love.